I'm Seán Finnan from the Limerick Post. Here are the top stories from the week. This week saw more details surrounding the National Development Plan being highlighted in a Limerick context. First, there was the transport in the shape of the Limerick Rail Service, and now it's in education under the development and construction projects for Limerick Schools, not only to expand some schools to harbour more students, but the creation of entirely new schools, as well as refurbishing jobs to modernise schools around the county and city. The list of Limerick schools are part of 1,200 schools across Ireland listed in the government.ie website for expansion under the National Development Plan. One of the schools listed for expansion is Gael Closh Limni, right in the heart of Limerick City. It was earmarked by Willie O'D for expansion, and he campaigned on it because of the numerous delays that it had seen. It was earmarked for significant as it being the only mixed all-Irish language secondary school in Limerick. In other news, 17 companies around Ireland have already signed up to the 4-day workweek All-in Trial, a pilot programme in line with other countries around the world to trial a 4-day workweek. The programme was brought before the Oireachtas Committee of Employment, Enterprise and Trade, and it outlined a plan of a 6-month programme for businesses from retail, manufacturing and service jobs to trial a 4-day workweek for their employees. And any company that signs up to the 6-month programme will be assisted with supports in order to ease into the schedule of a 4-day workweek in order not to cause any disruption to productivity. The programme is part of an international project from the US to New Zealand to Canada to Iceland in order to show how more productivity can be done more efficiently in 4 days in order to decrease working times and maintain standards in well-being and environmental issues. The trial seeks to show how through the COVID pandemic more work was done in a shorter, flexible time, and how this can be adapted to a 4-day work week. And lastly, Limerick in the last 7 days saw its launch of its Mental Health Week. The launch was signified by the Uillinn ship sailing through the city, lit up in green alongside Limerick City landmarks, including the City Council Chambers, King's John's Castle, various third-level institutions across the city, and the Limerick Maternity Hospital. On board the ship, it consisted of Limerick Mayor Daniel Butler, Limerick singer Emma Langford, Olympian Roisin Upton, and hauler Adrian Breen, all of which laid white roses across the Shannon in order to signify all those that have been lost in the last 18 months to the COVID pandemic, as well as the rising suicide rates in the city, it being the highest in the country, especially amongst younger men. The Mayor spoke about how challenging the last 18 months have been throughout the pandemic and spoke about the support that is needed to stop any future sufferers from their mental health. I've been Seán Finnan from the Limerick Post. Those have been the top stories from the week. Have a good afternoon, evening or night.